Hi everybody. Today I'm going to do this evening rather, I'm going to do some of my non-fiction books on the bookshelf tour thing. I was in hospital today, so I'm very tired at the moment, but I'm not feeling too unwell or anything. I think the operation I'm having next week is going to throw me about a lot more. This one was more so just the preparation for the operation was what made me feel quite unwell, but I had my IV in and everything. I was in recovery ward, which is always fun. So anyway, I'm just glad to be back eating again because I had 2 days without food, so that wasn't nice. So the first thing I had when I got out of recovery ward was a nice cup of tea. And that was a relief. So, okay, some non-fiction books. Okay, a lot of these I have for uni, but I love that I have them. We've got the Norton Anthology of English Literature, Volume 2. This has awesome stuff in. There's entire novels in here and entire plays, huge batches of poetry and essays, and before each one, when you get to a new author and a new century as well, they have huge descriptions in it. It's so heavy, but it's brilliant. It's only English literature, obviously, so I'd love to one day get the American volume and to get more installments of it too, because it's really, really handy. And I've used it every bit as much since I've been at uni than when I was doing my degree, so it's really good. This is The Art of the Tale, and it's an anthology of short stories. Again, this was for uni, but there's some great stuff in here, and really, really famous novelists and writers, so it was cool. Again, for uni, The Making of a Poem. It's not an anthology, again, it's of poetry, and it covers all forms. You can probably hear my cat outside the door wanting to get in here. Shush, Ollie. No, shush. Oh, he's funny. And it's got all different poetry forms and really, really well-known poets in here, and it's covered in, me scrawling on stuff to, work out the structure and things, but there's fantastic stuff in here and I really like it. This is one of my faves. 1001 Books You Must Read Before You Die. I've also got 1001 Films You Must See Before You Die. This one, you'll see, all the orange stickers are ones that I haven't read, and I only got up to mid-19th century, so I haven't even done the 20th and 21st century sections in here, because it goes in chronological order. So there are an awful lot of books I want to read. The blue ones are some that I have read, which are pitiful in comparison to all the ones I wish I'd read, so there's a lot in here, and it's really good stuff. I was so excited when I got that. This is an anthology of love stories, or rather, I guess, short stories about love. They're not always very romantic. And it's called My Mistress's Sparrow is Dead. That's taken from, I think, a letter? No, taken from a poem. I would tell you who by, but I can't recall at the moment. And it's edited by Geoffrey, what's his name? He was the author of Middlesex and The Virgin Suicides, both of which I really enjoyed reading, those novels. And I love this cover. It's very pretty. It's very cool. Okay. Over here we have some of my fairy tale and myth anthologies. I'm missing my northern mythology stuff that my friend brought me back from Northern Europe, so Norway and Sweden and Finland and all those Nordic tales. I do have an anthology of that, but a friend's borrowing it. I have Ovid's Metamorphoses, which is, has really well-known stuff. Cupid and Psyche and Pygmalion and all of those, and Persephone. That was for a uni course, but I love that I have it still. Hans Christian Andersen's Fairy Tales, again for uni, and I'm really happy I have it. Both of these are the Brothers Grimm. This is a really lovely edition. Doesn't have illustrations or anything, but it's got pretty much everything in there. And this is a shorter, I think this is more concise, but this is just called Magic Tales, but this came with a blank cover like my Emma book, so my friend drew the illustration on the front. You can see Red Riding Hood and some wolves and crows. It's cool. She's so talented. Okay. We're moving into poetry now, which might take a while, so I might have to split it up, but I'll show you this first. This is Young Australian Poets. This is an anthology of poetry by young Australians, as I said. It was a huge nationwide poetry competition that I entered. I did not win. I didn't even place, because the poem I entered was probably one of the worst poems I've ever written. So I do write poetry. But it was when I was 14, and it was called Roses, and I was just excited to be in there. I was also excited to be in the index. Like, my name was in the back of the index, and that freaked me out. I was like, oh, I'm in an index, go me. But that's the poetry book I am in. We've got the best of Banjo Paterson, who is a very, very, very well-known Australian poet. He did The Man from Snowy River and all such things. Okay, over here we have people like Walt Whitman, John Clarke, who's an Australian poet, Michael Leunig, again an Australian poet and a cartoonist. He is really cool. We've got William Shakespeare's soliloquies, or monologues. These are really handy for drama auditions. Love poems. This has almost everybody in it, and it's a great little book. Emily Dickinson. I love Emily Dickinson. She is brilliant. Oscar Wilde. Hooray! Emily Bronte. Yay! I believe she drew that. She was quite a skilled artist too. And then these are two local poets who had stuff published in the bookstore at my university, and I thought, I will support you, local poet people. And I quite like them. They're quite serious stuff, but I just thought I'd lend them a helping hand. So that's that for now, and I'll move on to part 2.